The following presentation involves three friends who get together and talk confidently about topics they know nothing about.
All right, give me some testy, Johnny.
Don't ever fucking say that again.
I think
there should be a rule. There are some words you're not allowed to shorten. And
I think we just found our intro.
Welcome to the podcast.
I don't even know what a podcast is.
Can I just jump in here?
As you wish.
I've decided that I'm going to be the intelligent one on this podcast because I know the most about everything.
Your love of the half-thing's leaf has clearly slowed your mind.
I mean, these people are not audio people at all. They have no idea. Until they let me actually run the show here, I'm kind of just letting them talk.
Are you talking to us?
No, we're rolling, yeah, so continue.
I don't know. Now that the mics are on, I don't really want to talk.
A little fight now. I like that.
Throughout my day, I mean, honestly, I hate most people.
Now, get excited.
I am very excited. I am always excited.
Here they are, stupid fat hobbits.
The cool, refreshing taste of Coors Light is back.
Cheers! Tell me when to stop.
Jesus. It only took us 2 seasons, but we're drinking Coors tonight, which is...
Your mountains don't look blue, though. Just saying.
Well, I mean, have they been between Pat's legs for 10 minutes?
Was that just a throwback to the first episode?
Only true fans. Only fans that,
wow.
fans of Dave would get that
Demerit.
Oh, that's true. You would get a demerit in season 2.
In season 2, but we've moved on to greener pastures.
You know what I realized? Literally today. No, yesterday. Sacha Baron Cohen.
Yeah.
You know, Borat?
Yeah.
He's in Les Mis.
What?
The movie Les Mis.
What?
I think your sources are...
Oh, yeah, he is. He's the
master of the house.
Yeah.
Master of the house.
And I had no idea until yesterday when I was like on Spotify, I listened to a song and one of like the Les Mis popped up from like, I don't know why, and said Sacha Baron Cohen. I was like, that's not right.
It's some like Weird Al parody.
Yeah, no, exactly. But no,
he's a great fit for that role.
He was perfect
in some ways.
Yeah, but I had no idea.
Is he good at acting?
I think he's talented.
Yeah, yeah. Have you seen what's the one with Will Ferrell in the racing?
Oh,
Talladega
Nights. He's in Talladega Nights.
Yeah, he's Pierre or whatever.
Oh,
the
you're
French
right,
guy.
he is. Oh my gosh! Like for me, whenever I hear his name, I just think that he's only been in Borat.
Sorry, what was that?
Borat.
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 Oh, hello,
Borat.
my Borat.
Look, it's like
Little
Borat. It's like
Borat.
somebody pronouncing bagel bagel or something like that. I mean, it's just.
No, it's no.
I'm just from a different
wrong.
region.
So wrong. So incorrectly.
You don't get a pass for that.
Well,
Borat.
okay, sorry. I don't think I've ever even seen
Borat.
I couldn't even remember how to say it correctly after you corrected me.
Oh man, but yeah, I just wanted to quickly bring that up because that was mind blowing.
Middle name is Baron or Barry?
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Baron. Sacha Baron. Maybe it's not Sacha Baron Cohen or Baron Cohen. Sacha Baron Cohen.
Sasha Baron Cohen.
I think it's Baron. Baron.
I think it's Baron. I could be wrong. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But like a BEH situation.
Okay. Yeah, Sasha, if you're listening to this, just reach into our DMs.
Could you make that sound more gross than sliding into somebody's DMs already is?
So just reach into us real quick, and then we'll give you a free T-shirt.
You know, if you said that more for social media, people probably would follow.
If we said what more?
Reach into us on Instagram.
Oh, just
reach into our email.
Okay, NSA.
yeah, that rhymed.
Well, we have some administrative items to get to, right?
Yes,
My
favorite segment.
Pretty soon, I'm gonna have a jingle for
jingle?
administrative items. Season 3, episode 1 poll results are in. Do we have the final numbers, Patrick?
I do indeed.
So the first poll we put up was regarding my hot take. which essentially was that Brad Pitt is an average-looking man. So my fingers are crossed. I think I could have pulled this one out. Give it to me. What were the final poll results?
Chris did not pull this one
No!
out.
I told you.
Damn it.
I fucking told you.
Was it close?
You've got 31% to say yes, Brad Pitt is just an average looking man.
Which still blows my mind. I don't understand how 31% of the people thought that. It doesn't make any sense.
That consoles me a little bit. I'm glad. That means that there are like thinkers out there. It's just not enough to overturn
people just filled to the brim with envy
Yeah.
and insecurity.
So in this situation, the pop take stands. It's actually the
Pop take
the
stands.
pop
So I
take.
guess you won.
What?
Well, no.
No.
I lost.
No, wouldn't the best pop take be the one that people
So the pop
least
take
agree
the
with?
pop take didn't stand.
The
pop take people
The pop
disagreed.
take didn't stand. But I meant the
hot take remained a hot take
Oh my gosh.
because
my hot take remained a hot take.
Okay, yes, it
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
get popped.
It didn't
Right.
get popped.
Okay.
No
Right.
popping.
No pop for you today.
And then the second poll we put up was for the LOTR Impersonation Contest. So let us hear the results.
after further review, the call by Chris stands. We have a winner.
Yeah, baby.
How do you feel, Pat?
Dun, 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 dun. I mean, take that. That's right.
So
The people
call,
agree with me.
The call was
just-
not reversed. The people agreed. Pat, your
I
quote was
won.
fucking terrible.
As I called correctly during the episode.
That's fair. You were at like -10 to win, and you got it.
Sports
See, well,
betting.
not a big upset there. You're rubbing it in, making me feel bad. It's like you're like the Lakers and you just beat the Wizards by 10. You're like, oh.
He has
I'm
a bit of
really-
a point there.
I'm really sad.
Well, okay.
I mean, you got a nemesis. You got a dark horse coming in Johnny. So don't get too comfortable.
Be
yeah, I guess that's true. I
prepared.
guess that's true. All right. Well, welcome to the podcast, everybody. Chris here with Johnny and Pat as usual.
And Pat is here for Pat.
And I'm just here.
Welcome. Welcome. It's great to be back for season 3. We hope you enjoyed our debut episode last week. It's been a while, but we're back behind the mics, pumping out content. We'll be here every week for the next season, however long we decide to record for. But Johnny, kick us off with some breaking news from Florida, will you?
Yes, let's get to the news.
This is breaking news from Florida.
All right, so this one actually was sent to me by a listener.
Oh.
Shout out to Sarah Healy.
Okay.
And it's not so much a crazy headline like some of the ones we've had in the past, but I do think we found the king of Florida.
Simba?
No, his name is Matthew. So Matthew Leatham, who was arrested basically for, misuse of the 911 phone line.
Okay.
Basically, he was calling 911 because he wanted a ride home.
From
When
from where?
It just says he was on a street. They offered to call him a cab but he said he had no money. So he kept on calling. So officers came and arrested him, and now he's charged with misuse of the 911 system, and he had possession of marijuana. But what makes him fantastic is he has the state of Florida tattooed on his forehead. You can
We
see right
have
there.
found the true
Oh
Florida man. Oh, it even
my-
comes down his little nasal
Yeah,
bridge.
Yeah, it comes down the little bridge of his nose. Yeah, and he is
If I was the cop, I would have shown up and been like, "Oh, sir, I'm so sorry. You bowed to no one."
Do you think that if you're a cop in Florida and you arrive on the scene and you see this guy, is everyone just like, we got another one? Ah! Like everyone's taking bets on how many they can corral in the night.
I mean, I hope. I say this knowing that it's probably not true, but I hope he lost a bet or something. But I have a feeling he actually wanted that tattoo because it's not like an outline trace. It's a complete dark black state of Florida on his forehead.
Is it well done?
Surprisingly, it is.
Yeah, good tattoo parlors down there in Florida,
They know their state
in the Panhandle.
down here in the Panhandle.
He goes in, asks for Florida, and they do Mississippi instead. I have no idea
Looks
where
great.
they are.
They must get so many calls to the 911 dispatchers in Florida. Like they probably outsource it somewhere.
Is there a way we could contact a dispatcher and just get their stories? Is there like a confidentiality thing there, or
I mean,
So
why don't we call 911 and find out?
get
Hi,
around
can we
it?
speak to somebody about podcast appearance this evening?
you just call 911 in Florida. Just hello, come again.
Call 911 and be like, "Hi, I'd like to talk to Florida, please." Sir, what's wrong? What's the emergency? No. I want to talk to 911 in Florida. Get me your best dispatcher in Florida.
Can you route my call?
Yeah, but if
no,
they're
but
out-
we're gonna trace it.
But if they're outsourcing, it's probably going to go to India.
Maybe it could be.
Do they outsource dispatcher calls to India now?
Definitely not. But it was just.
I
a
don't
joke.
think so.
No, they are not.
What if we
allowed to do
outsourced
that.
like the wrong country and it's
I
like,
feel like we need to do some.
what's
case
the emergency?
studies.
You have a house on fire? Yep. Yeah. Cool. We'll forward your call. They just like forward it to like Putin or somebody.
How willing are you guys to do some 911 test calls?
Ooh,
Not at all.
we're not jackass.
Did they do that?
You do realize that if you prank call 911, they will find you. Like they'll be a knock at your door in 10
They
minutes.
will find
Yeah,
you.
when I was really when you get the spiel, like the fireman or the policeman comes to school and tells you, the 911 and how to roll in a fire, all the stuff that Chris never learned because he went toward the fire. The
Okay,
whole
it's not
thing.
that I didn't learn it. I just
Panics.
blanked.
But you know how like everyone just goes home and immediately calls 911. Did you guys do it when you were kids?
I didn't do that. I
not
called that one when I was
after
a baby.
What do you mean when you were a baby?
Like I was just playing with the phone, and apparently that just happened. To
accidentally-
He
hit
woke up
911.
super early in the morning, and so nobody else was up, and he got a hold of the landline, the wireless landline. Ironic, is that? And he got a hold of the phone, calls 911. The police show up at the front door. My dad like walks down like groggy, like what is going on? Oh my gosh, officers! And clearly the cops realized that my dad hadn't called 911. They're like, they looked up, and on the balcony upstairs, you know how you have those like the railings, like the
Yeah.
bars. Johnny was holding on to two bars, peering his head through.
Like I was in
And my
prison
dad
already.
goes, like turns up, looks at him, and goes, "Oh, I think that's your culprit right there." And Johnny's like in jail behind the railing.
How young were you? Like, was it believable? Did the cops believe?
I was
Oh,
like
yeah.
I was like 2.
Okay, so you
Not
were old
even, I
enough
don't
to like
think.
press the numbers.
Yeah, I could press the numbers. I don't even know if I was really walking yet though.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe it was like 2. Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
I was old enough to know better. I think I was like 5 or 6, and I called it, and then our entire family left except my older brother, and he was like 14, and so they arrive at the door to this. You know what a 14-year-old is like? They're like, "We just got a 911 call," and Dan was like, "I didn't call 911." They're like, "Don't be smart with us." They like just kind of like push him around a little bit. Then they arrested him. It was great. No, they figured it out, but I guess that wasn't a good thing to do.
No, it was fine. Well, it's better than what this guy did.
We on SFH do not condone prank calling 911.
Yes.
Unless you're in Florida.
Well, maybe in Florida.
I-
We'll,
I
we'll give you a
don't-
pass.
I need them to keep churning out content for me.
This is true.
But yeah, so I think he should be dubbed the podcast king of Florida. I mean, if he's that dedicated to his state, I mean, he's the ultimate Florida man. It's only a matter of time till he commits more crimes that we can talk about.
He should be chief editor of this segment. All stories from now on go through him.
I don't think I trust him to do that.
Well, I guess it's just another reason
Not to live in Florida.
not to live in Florida. All right, Pat. Apparently, you have a pop take you would like to share with us.
I have brought one to the bedroom today. Trying to think of
That's a first.
sorry, the studio, our official studio at DreamWorks. I'm trying to get through it.
Yeah, sex joke. All right, let's get to pop takes. Let's do it.
Pop takes.
All right, this is my take. The Beatles are meh, below average, just like not that great of a band.
I knew this was going to get Chris.
He's shaking.
I've never seen him
He's
so
shaking
dumbfounded
right now.
before.
I fought for this country. And I know you don't get to pick and choose what parts you fight for. But sorry, community reference. But what the frick, dude? Are you kidding me? Okay, this is not, well, they're not American, I suppose. It doesn't matter, though. It's pop culture. It could be anything. This is the most racist and
Here we go.
and
He goes right to the race card.
and
Doesn't know what to say.
inappropriate thing I think somebody's ever said to me, like to my face. Like you are saying that the inventors of modern music are meh.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
It's like saying the monks who invented beer are meh. It's like saying the Great Roman Empire was meh because they eventually died. Like, okay, cool. Like the Beatles as a band passed away, but like,
No, I'm not saying like they're gone and like that's why they're not that good. Like they live on there. I'll listen to them. It's like they don't make me feel anything. It's just kind of like you put it on the radio and you're like, oh, like everyone likes to listen to this.
dude, they invented chord structures. They invented so much about pop music that you love today.
Yeah, but the
And
thing about the inventor is they come up with an idea. I give the Beatles their due. They came up with good stuff, but others perfected it. Thomas Edison came up with the light bulb. Others made it better.
oh my gosh,
Like
like
Samsung is better than Thomas Edison. Sorry, Samsung.
I definitely know what you're saying, Pat. And like, I do think you're wrong, by the way, though. I mean, I agree with Chris on this, but I am going to let him take the lead here because he's the most riled up. And I just wanted to see his reaction for the most part.
I'm being dead honest. This isn't a bit right now. I don't really know what to say to you. Like if like being drawn and quartered was still a thing, that would be on the table. But like the Beatles are arguably the greatest band of all time. And you're telling me that the greatest band of all time is meh? What's your favorite brand of chocolate milk?
Where's this going?
I'm also confused.
I'm reaching.
Should
I don't know.
No, I'll go along with it. Nesquik.
Ew.
It's like, is that that's a bad analogy.
Yeah, that's right. Beatles are meh.
They are not meh. Dude, oh my gosh. It's like saying Tiger Woods is meh. Or it's like saying Michael Jordan is meh. Like,
No, that's
the
not
greatest
close.
to ever do it is meh.
How do you gauge the greatest to ever do it? And also, we can't be racist against British people.
Sure you can.
British people can only be racist against Americans.
That's
Yeah, it's like a they were there before us type thing. We're like the younger siblings. They can be mean to us, but we can't be mean to them.
Isn't this called affirmative action?
We don't need to be mean to them. We already beat them in one war. Like,
Well, I'm saying our actions
speak louder than
speak
words.
for us.
Acta non verba.
Exactly. Johnny knows Latin.
He also has
Yeah.
it tattooed on his arm. But that's for another day.
Dude,
Dude,
I
this
don't
is
want
so wrong. Like, okay, the way you guys felt about my Brad Pitt pop take is exactly how I feel about this. This is going to get absolutely annihilated in the polls. Annihilated.
I think
I think it might do a little better than you think.
I would like to get Johnny's take because you feel very strongly about this. So
If it's not 70-30, I'll throw up. I'm going to throw up.
Don't tell the listeners that
you're-
because they will
you're
balance it out to
doing-
exactly 70
Yeah, you see what happened on Reddit with GameStop?
Don't test the internet.
Don't test the mob. The mob is fickle and it will tear you down.
But the mob,
eat you up.
the mob agrees I am the beloved, so I have that going for me.
How
I don't
many
know.
points?
We need to revote that because
Hey,
I feel like
that
Pat and
poll
I got
spoke for
gypped.
itself.
But also, that's like a fragile ecosystem. Like you don't want to push the mob's boundaries, otherwise they turn on you.
They'll turn on you
Yeah.
at the drop of a hat.
As soon as you stop giving them what they want.
Okay, well, I'm pleading to you peasants, please,
Now answer
do the right
answer
thing
the poll
and
honestly.
vote that the Beatles are not meh.
Yes.
Except for you, Tom
But-
Wood. I know Tom Wood's opinion. Please, Tom, don't vote in this poll. All right, go ahead.
So Pat, you're just asking my opinion of this.
I would like to get your opinion
Okay.
because
My opinion is you're completely and utterly wrong.
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, they are honestly arguably the greatest band to ever grace us with their presence. Can you have your own opinion? Yes. But can that opinion be idiotic? Yes.
Yes.
So that's
fair.
pretty much my stance here.
But you guys seem to be arguing that they're the greatest band ever just because they, started something great. They were the first,
Okay.
Just because you were the first doesn't mean you're the best.
Great. Okay. First mover principle. God started something. I guess he's not the best. Just because he started it.
You can't bring
What?
God into a
First
Beatles
mover.
argument.
First mover.
Look, dude, there are so many reasons outside of just like they were the first to do it that make them the best band ever. Name one other band in history that had a greater impact culturally than the Beatles outside of their music.
Right. Cultural impact.
Okay,
sure,
that's
sure.
that's a huge reason.
Sure, but is their music
Coldplay.
fantastic?
Yes, their music is fantastic.
Great.
Their music is fantastic.
Does their music stand the test of time?
Yes.
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 I would agree.
I think
Okay.
you would love more Beatles songs than you think. I feel like you're forgetting a lot.
I like a few Beatles songs. I'm not saying they're a bad band. I just think I don't
I
get
just
it.
think they're just below average.
Yeah.
Another reason why they're so incredible, though, is you have to understand that they went through like probably 10 different genres of music in the course of their years together, and they had number one hits on every single album they put out. Like they weren't just like this pop rock band like had their little like thing in the 60s and then like died. Like they had top hits in every single genre they did. They could whatever they touched was just gold. Like music writing gold.
Is it that they had the golden touch, or was it just everything was kind of new? Like novelty is a huge thing.
You can
Every
make the
time something
argument
new
that
comes
it's
out,
both.
everyone's like, is this the best of all time? Is this the best of all time? You know what I mean?
I mean, the newness factor probably did help, but it's not like they were the only people putting out new content in that era. And that's another actually reason why they're the greatest. They rose to the cream of the crop, even with all of this new emergence of music. It didn't matter. Like you had all these other bands coming out at this time. They still were clearly the best
The
band
best
of,
of
that
an
era.
era. Yeah.
Like, and they could just change and
But
change
man,
and change. and
overall.
They also basically like invented outdoor concerts. Like they invented stadium concerts. You wouldn't have Coldplay and you wouldn't have U2 out in these arenas if it wasn't for the Beatles. Maybe we don't know. We'll never know.
He feels very strongly about this.
I'm just
He
saying
does.
it's an atrocity that you're even bringing this up as a pop take.
I
And I'm
don't-
quite frankly rather insulted.
Well, I say we will be putting this up as a poll.
we will be putting up as a poll and
I don't want to manipulate the polls in any way, but if you were hypothetically, if you wanted to see Chris completely lose his shit on the show, then you would make it close.
if I lose this poll, I'm quitting. I'm quitting this.
Is
I'm
your
quitting
faith in
life.
humanity just lost?
It would be.
Again, people now are just going to vote to see you lose all faith in humanity.
I don't actually obviously this is a hot take, but I think it's fair. I think it's at least it should be discussed.
It should be discussed, but I mean, I could talk about this for 2 hours. So
All right, start the time.
No. We can do that.
neither the
after this.
time nor the place, but let us know. We'll put up a poll this week, peasants, and vote honestly. Please don't just try to make me lose my shit because I'm not sure I could take that. My heart's already kind of failing me. But yes, we'll put up a poll this week and let us know. Pat, I hope you learned your lesson after this is all over. God have mercy on your soul.
I'm pretty sure God's on my side.
All right, well, let's get to let's just move. I want to put this in the rearview mirror. Let's get this out of the conversation for now. In the trenches with Tolkien. Let's do it.
Stuff your neighbor has.
Sponsor, not a sponsor. This week, the podcast is sponsored by the automated Rolly Robot Vacuum Thing. Are you a bad parent? Are you incapable of cleaning up your own mess?
Don't have an army of children to do your bidding? Throw down the automated Rolly Robot Vacuum Thing for a spin. It'll suck the suck out of your life.
And the all-new automated rolly robot vacuum thing connects directly to your phone. This way, you can control your new robot with your old robot.
The automated rolling robot vacuum thing will pick up the crumbs off your floor, but not the crumbs of your broken marriage.
The automated rolly robot vacuum thing. Clean up your little messes, not your big ones. The automated rolly robot vacuum thing is not liable for broken marriages, spoiled children, or injured cats. There is no evidence of conspiracies between old robots and new robots to take over the world. There are, however, a few instances where they became best friends. May be a tripping hazard for feeble grandmothers and your good-for-nothing 27-year-old son who still lives at home. The automated rolly robot vacuum thing is not a substitute parent. We are not responsible for your child calling the vacuum mom or dad. Licensed and distributed by Spacely Space Sprockets. Battery sold separately.
Whoops. Sorry about that, everybody. Didn't know the ad was playing then, but the ad played then. So into In the Trenches with Tolkien.
In the Trenches with Tolkien.
The sun has set on the Western Front. Johnny sits at his bedside, trying to rest with mortar shells dropping in the distance.
Sergeant Johnny, we're being attacked.
Oh no, Johnny races upright in a very slow manner because he has arthritis. Suddenly, his emphysema kicks in, but he has to go on a night mission. Night missions are rare. You die in night missions. You don't survive in night missions.
I won't survive in a night mission.
Johnny quickly brings out a piece of paper, parchment that they used back then, with a stub of a pencil.
My dearest Mary, I write to you now for maybe the last time as I go on a night mission. We must go capture Major Funkdu. He's in no man's land, stranded, alone, weak, and wounded.
He wasn't.
It's like Arrested Development.
Men always die on these missions, especially the ones wearing the red shirts, like the one that I have on. I hope work is going well in the butcher shop.
It wasn't.
I assume now we've both seen the same amount of blood. I must go now to die.
He didn't.
And now that you know where we are in the story, I bring forth this quote to be analyzed in a critique-ling fashion, as they said back in Tolkien's day.
Because that's a word.
You don't know history. Memory is not what the heart desires. That is only a mirror. Mirror.
On the surface, I just think that like he's talking to somebody about like
This was Gimli, by the way.
something that they're like experiencing, right? And maybe Gimli is talking. Who's he talking to? Do we know who Gimli's talking to?
That's not allowed.
Okay. Well, Gimli's talking to somebody. Whoever that person is a little bit like mentally, like not with it,
Yeah, I was going to say he's talking to an idiot.
and like he's looking at a physical mirror.
That.
And he's like, "Oh, what the heck is this memory doing here?" And he's like, "That's a mirror, you fucking idiot." But not a sermon, just a thought.
No, it's good. It's a good theory.
That's strong. I don't really know if I can. I think you just spoke truth.
Truth is not what the heart desires. That is a mirror.
Can you say it one more time?
Memory is not what the heart desires. That is only a mirror.
Well, in the real context, he's basically saying that like our memory is just looking.
We don't
backwards.
do real context.
No.
Well, we do.
Okay.
We're a very intellectual podcast. We have a lot of.
Here's the
thoughts.
thing. I
Spit it out.
I think I'm an intellectual. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about.
I think he's saying that memory doesn't matter at all, and we should just live in the moment.
Well, we have nostalgia about our memories. Everyone looks like you look back and kind of rose
And
tinted
regret
glasses.
everything. Yeah, same.
What he's saying.
That's not what I was saying.
What he's saying is that the heart does not desire the past. What has happened in the past is just a mirror. It's just to look back at what has happened at our own selves. Look back at our own selves and our past. But That's not what our heart desires. Our heart does not desire what we've gone through or experienced previously. Our heart desires something that is forward looking, that is growth, that is, that's what he's saying.
But I think he's basically preaching, because many hearts do desire the past.
Correct, but like
the good old days.
Disordered. It's not like really what a good example is, like maybe a bad relationship, right?
I'm pretty sure that's what he's talking about.
It's still hard to like get over the person that like you might realize it's not a good fit, or you're not, it was just maybe a toxic relationship, right? But there's still like characteristics about it that were good and like feelings that were real.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to move past, but it's not really what the heart desires. It's not like, that's more of a mental like block.
Right. So like Johnny's memory, he's like sitting on a mountaintop witnessing the sunrise with his significant other, his bottle of Jack. And Johnny thinks about this wistfully. Like that's what he thinks he truly wants.
Yes, exactly.
But then the mirror part, that doesn't, like, I feel like it would be better if he said it's like a mirage or something. Like a mirror? Like you're in the mirror. You see yourself. That's you.
Unless it's the mirror from Harry Potter.
Erased? Erisda.
What?
The mirror of Erisda. It's the
It has a
mirror.
name?
Arimathea? No.
Joseph of Arimathea.
It's from the Bible.
Got a lot of
but
good Bible references.
Yeah, we have some deep Bible references in this show.
But yeah, that mirror showed you what your heart truly desired. But he's saying that it's not what you desire in the mirror.
Right. Isn't it kind of like a...
Huh? I'm
maybe
sorry, what?
this was just a like bout between JRR and who wrote Harry Potter?
JK Rowling.
JK. Was it?
Were they even alive at the same time?
Probably not.
Oh, JK.
They might have been.
She might have been born when he was alive.
Yeah.
So Tolkien kind of saw into the future.
Yes.
And he was like, I don't want to look at my past. I want to look forward. I want to look forward to when they write crappy fantasy.
He basically undermined JK Rowling's Harry Potter before it was even written.
Before she even wrote it.
Wait, but that whole concept is the Harry Potter concept. She actually, I think she took that from Tolkien.
No, her concept
The mirror shows
is
like
contradicting this.
No, her concept is that the mirror is showing
what
like,
you truly want, or what you think you want, but is unattainable.
It shows you like true happiness, or what you think is true happiness, but it's not in reality.
So Harry wanting his parents back from the dead wasn't what
Yeah,
he truly wanted.
in Harry Potter.
But that's the point. He can't, if he keeps coming back to this mirror and thinking like, if only I could have my parents back, like that's going to make him go insane.
I see what you're saying.
Okay, all right.
So this is just J.K. Rowling ripped this off
So-
and helped us understand it better.
So Rowling's a fraud.
Rowling?
Rowling.
Who can't pronounce words now?
Yeah, we'll put up a poll, and I will phonetically spell
Borat?
Rowling. Borat.
Okay, I think yours was worse.
Which is worse? Chris saying Borat? Johnny saying Rolling, or me saying forward?
He said Rowling. Rowling.
Rowling. That is how it's spelled. Row, 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 you're Rowling.
But I've always how is it pronounced? JK Rowling, I thought.
I think it is Rowling. I don't know why I said Rowling.
JK
She's
Rowling.
British.
Yeah, they might have a weird. I don't know. I just don't know.
Not as bad as Borat.
Bow Rowling down.
Well,
the
that's what we
forward
think of this
spot.
quote. I think we nailed it. If I'm being honest.
I think it's perfect.
Yeah.
And that is how you solve Tolkien.
I can't wait to see what Johnny's up to on his mission next week. All right. Well, let's move on.
I had a quick thought
Ugh.
before our next segment.
It's always before LOTR Impersonation. He
times
always
it
is like, I
perfectly.
have a quick thought.
He's delaying.
I'm
All
stalling.
right.
I'm
Let's do your thought.
Johnny's Corner.
Johnny's Corner.
It's my fucking corner, guys. Okay. What happens if you get scared half to death twice? Just
Well, is it an additive thing, or is it a multiplicative?
Because
A
that's a word.
multiplicative?
It's a multiplicative. I can't say that word. Is that a word? Multiplicative. Multiplicative.
Multiplicated?
Yeah, multiplicative.
Multiplicated?
Like a multiplicative. Does it multiplicate? What is that word?
What the fuck are you trying
I think
to
it
say?
depends on when you get
Hold
scared
on.
half to death the second time. Because if you get scared half to death and then a few months go by, your body will have time to recuperate. And
How do you know that? Are you some scared half to death expert?
No, I just think that it's logical.
He does
That
seem
you will
like
heal.
one of those people that just, scared of his own shadow, always kind of cringes around other people.
Do not.
It's,
I did not.
something to keep in mind.
But I was just thinking, if you don't actually add them, you multiply them, so you actually become less scared.
Well,
You become 1/4 scared. It's like when someone's really scared and you scare them, it actually brings you back to equilibrium. It's like the hiccup thing. Like, oh, I'm going to die of the hiccups. No, you're not. Huh.
Well, that theory is wrong.
well, very good, Johnny. Thank you for your thought.
It's just something to think about.
I had a thought. Why
No.
why are we always wrong? He gives a thought and then we give like legitimate theories. He's like, no, you're just dumb. And then we move on. I don't like that.
Because it's my fucking segment. Sorry, my fucking corner, guys.
All right, well, let's get to our next segment, the LOTR Impersonation Contest. I come to you today as your reigning king.
Want to know?
King? I don't like king. You're not a king.
He is. He's
Fine, whatever.
Reigning
King,
champion.
but king, Lord of the Rings, a lot of kings. So, like,
he fancies
There's like
himself
one
a
king.
king.
King of Gondor, King of Rohan.
Name
Sorry,
one other
two
king.
kings.
Name one other king of Lord of the Rings right now.
Well, I guess you could say that Joseph Huff.
Excuse me.
Well, I guess you could say that Galadriel's husband is. Well, I guess you could even say that Elrond is king.
We'll have to verify this.
Yeah, we'll look into it.
And Galadriel's husband is probably a king.
I think he's nothing.
They're just elven lords.
Was Glorfindel a king? No, he was just a badass elf.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, book reference.
Anyway, I have come today to challenge your so-called crown.
Worthiness, your worthiness.
Will not bow before you.
Worthiness is like kind of a lame title, actually, now that I think about it. But your
Your
worthiness. All right, what do you got for me today, Johnny? What are we working with?
I'm bringing a quote from Gimli to the table, and that quote is this. Actually, Pat, would you like to read the quote so
I'll read
we
the quote.
don't give anything away?
I would like to participate in some way, just sometimes you just need to be needed. Sometimes the world throws you into the garbage can and you just need a helping hand out. And then you get some free tomatoes. It's like a win-win.
All right, quote, please.
Okay. This is Gimli line.
Yes.
I will be dead before I see the ring in the hands of an elf. Are you doing the never trust an elf follow-up? Or
No.
okay.
No,
So
'cause that comes kind of later.
okay, so I will be dead before I see the ring in the hands of an elf.
I will be dead before I see the ring in the hands of an elf.
Okay, I like it, Johnny. I like it.
As challenger, I will even go first.
Okay, all right.
If that's
As noble, see, a noble offering.
He's just deferring for the second half. And the other way around. He wants to score first. I got there.
Okay,
anyway.
I'm sweating again. I'm nervous. I'm shaking.
All right, ready?
Yep.
I will be dead before I see the ring in the hands of an elf.
Johnny does have the Gimli down.
That was
Give you
that was
that.
quite good.
That was my best.
That was
Gimli,
quite
though.
good. I don't know if he got the inflection quite right. I think that's going to be something I can improve upon when I do mine. The tone though was spot on. This is going to be tough.
Find the weaknesses.
I did rush that a
exploit.
little bit. I wish I'd
Maybe a
slowed that
tad
down.
bit, but I mean, you nailed the sound. This is a huge challenge for me. This is a huge challenge. All right, here we go. I will be
Sound like a constipated monster.
Arnold Schwarzenegger. Okay.
Oh, the pressure's on. His face is flushing.
I know.
You can see the sweat glistening on his brow.
Here we go. I can't do it.
Wow, kind of hard, eh?
I will be.
Is this what it's like to watch me go? Because this is amazing.
Why can't I do the quotes when I'm not in the competition?
No pressure.
Pressure.
I will be.
And now the point where Chris would originally kind of be like, dude, come on, do it. Say
hurry
the,
up,
say the
come on,
quote,
let's
get
go.
ready. You're wasting time.
Yeah. See? It's hard.
I will be.
What are you
I can't do it. I'm
Sounds
not-
like Yoda.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, you're doing Yoda, man.
I will be dead before I see the hands and the.
Yes. Stick the knife in and twist.
I just need to get it over with because I've lost. I will be dead before I see the hands and the.
Ring in the hands.
I'm so flustered. I'm so
I'll be
flustered.
dead before I see the hands.
I will be dead before I see the ring in the hands of an elf. Okay, I lost. I lost.
Okay, so Chris has decreed
Oh.
officially that he has lost.
As your reigning champion.
Well, wait. The vote. You can't just claim champion.
I don't think I've ever felt more dejected in my life.
See, I'm telling you, man, doing quotes is hard.
This is humbling.
I'm glad this is
The
happening.
funny
do you
thing,
know- do you know
funny
why-
thing about this is, my Gimli in seasons 1 and 2 was very, very good.
I would say it was okay.
I seem to have lost it.
So the frustrating thing about this is Johnny has just given you a solid defeat, and now you're going to be angry and come back with a vengeance against me.
No, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go and practice my Gimli impersonation for months. And I'm going to come back. Next time Johnny tries to bring a Gimli quote at me, I'm going to be prepared.
Okay.
Mark my words, peasants. The next time somebody challenges me with a Gimli quote, it won't even be close.
I'll just do it in 2 weeks when he's not prepared yet.
Just like off the cuff, that nothing behind this question. How are you with orc quotes?
I'm good with orc quotes, I think.
Like 1 to 10?
10.
That's one of his strong suits. You got to hit him where he doesn't really know.
All right, Johnny, we'll have to...
Anything with like a weird voice, not a low, grumbly voice, but a weird voice, I think I can handle.
Okay. Johnny, we'll have a little breakout session.
They are not for eating.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So like that stuff, I think
Don't
I can
pick
do.
an orc. Maybe like a Boromir.
You'll have
Yeah.
to toss me.
I mean, see,
Yeah.
like that wasn't that bad. Like that's better.
You just can't
His voice
handle the
isn't.
pressure.
Gimli's voice is not that low, though.
Is it not?
No.
You're good. You'll have to toss me.
No.
You'll have to toss me. You'll have to toss me.
What? No.
Very good. Well, Johnny, my official decree is that Johnny is now taking the crown from me
Thank you.
and
Thank
wins the second season 3 LOTR Impersonation Contest.
Ah,
Well
your
done.
worthiness.
Well
Thank you,
done.
Pat, my compadre. In this.
Jesta.
And as I said, I'm giving an honest
That's
review. That is my my decree.
fair. Yeah. I mean,
Pat will put up a poll this week
Just a verified. So
just to verify, but I think this one's probably going to stand
you never know. You never know.
unless people just hate you. And
Chris is
That
the
is-
beloved.
what if- That is a
what if
possibility.
I keep the crown because of the peasants?
Oh, I will quit the show.
I'm going to put up the poll and then just I'm going to put Johnny's name in red because psychologically people want to pick green. And I'm going to just put arrows, like green arrows onto your name and see if it affects it.
If you can sway the vote at all.
Oh my
Make
god!
my name really,
Also
really
like
tiny.
a win a free t-shirt underneath and like under Johnny's leg.
It's like poop emojis. Oh, very good, very good. Well, I think that's a great place to wrap it up. Any shout outs, guys? Shout outs.
I just want to shout out Johnny for
Oh, thanks, man.
he just has my back in the Lord of the Rings impersonation contest.
Always.
He's really bringing me along. I'm just saying, mid-season, Chris, watch your back. That's when I make my playoff push.
I mean, we used to be enemies. Now you put us on a team,
Yeah.
taking down the tyrant himself. This is going to be a great season of this.
I agree that it's going to be a great season. Now, this specifically may not be a great thing for me, but
Oh, so Chris all of a
digress.
sudden does not like the impersonation contest.
No, I'm
his
still-
favorite segment.
it's still my favorite segment. I just think that I now have a bit more of a.
You underestimated it, I think.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Actually, I
definitely
do
did.
have a real shout out. This might be the only real shout out I've ever done.
Okay.
Is that? We won't go
That's
into it.
true.
Peter Sullivan sent a message on our "Is Brad Pitt an average-looking man?" poll, and he agreed that he was good-looking, but he stated that Ryan Gosling is an average-looking man, and if he was not a celebrity, then people would see him as such.
I know our account responded to that in like terms. I vehemently disagree with that take. I think Ryan Gosling is one of the hottest men ever to live.
I agree with Chris on this one.
So
Peter
Really?
Sullivan, you're wrong.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
100%. I want to be him when I grow up.
When you grow up, you're 27.
I'm not 27. Thanks, brother. Of
26, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Turning 27.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother.
Does Ryan Gosling have like a little fan club called the Geeslings? Because that would be great.
It's the Gooselings, but
No, the Geeslings. Doesn't that make more sense?
I have a shout out. Shout out to Andrew Colazar and Charlie Gielak, who are providing the outro for this week. They did a great rendition of Leave Her, Johnny, Leave Her, along with that TikTok trend, guys. You know, all the sea shanties going around.
oh yeah, it's fantastic.
So we hope you guys enjoy that. It's really, really good. We'll link to maybe the YouTube video in our description so you guys can check it out on their page. But anyways, you can find our Instagram page at SFH_podcast and send your comments, questions, concerns to sfhpodcasts@gmail.com. And as always, for Johnny, I'm Chris.
And for Pat, I'm Johnny.
And for Pat, I'm the podcast.
We'll see you guys next week.
Next.
Next week?
Next week.
Next week.
Next
Next
week.
week.
Next week.
If you somehow enjoyed today's episode, be sure to follow us on Instagram and give us a 5-star review on wherever you happen to find this podcast.
Oh, I thought I heard the old man say, "Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Tomorrow ye'll get your pay. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, the wind was foul and the sea ran high. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. She shipped it green, but none went by. And it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. For the voyage is long and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us